First time, best of 5 setting. This is going to be the first long series of this tournament, especially if we go full distance. Starting off our journey on Shallow Grave. Maps, really big factor right in this matchup. Right before the game, Leon, we were talking about if fast expansion might be a consideration. Here with the Merc camp available, is that something that you will be thinking about, or is it still mostly about one base?
I think it will be one base. Both players will try to get level 3 Archmage as fast as they can. We see here big consumables on both sides. We see for Fortitude a big mana, which is very great for him, actually. And on Sock's side, we'll see soon. Maybe, yeah, it's Dwarf Beast. You can do some tricks with it, go for a little push, but I would prefer the big mana.
Yeah, big mana also if you can hold on to it for the late game, really great on the MK. Of course, the Scroll of the Beast later on with Breakers and Priests will soon become useless. So maybe you want to go for a quick timing with it. Ideally want to get level 3 AM fast. Those level 2 Water Elementals, very powerful early into the game. Looks like Fortitude is starting off creeping a little bit faster here, taking the next green camp. Soccer's taking a different green. And then Militia will get to work to finish up that level 3 nicely.
Yeah, they will like take 7 or 6 militia to creep the orange, so they will get level 3 as quick as possible on both sides. And it's normal to push the opponent as quick as possible. So we might see some peasant trades. Sometimes they meet each other, but Sock prefers to avoid his opponent. He goes another way, but 40 will be quicker at Sock's base now. So he might be in, oh, no, is he creeping that? No, he's going, I think it was not on purpose, so he will go for the base now.
Yeah, that would have surprised me as well. Seems like that would be wasting a bit of time here, going for the green now. No, he's going to get past it and head towards the main base of Sock. Looks like Fortitude is a little bit slow, a little bit faster in every regard so far. In the main base we see an Arcane Tower, but no tech yet. No tech on either side. Of course, teching up is dangerous when then the militia start dying and you're not left with many workers anymore, so you got to be making sure here you don't miss steps.
Yeah, Sock, very interesting, goes for a second Arcane Tower maybe. He wants to be sure that he will be better in trading the bases. And Fortitude decides not to go for a second Arcane, so he might TP soon. Both not attacking. Scroll Beast now. Oh, now the TP is coming. Sock kills
peasants.
Oh my god, what a slaughter.
Yeah, I think it was even 4 peasants in total. We'll see how relevant that's going to be later. The Scroll of the Beast here coming in at a great timing, but I think the Berserker actually doesn't have the scroll, maybe joined a little bit later. Speaking of Berserker, the one of Fortitude also taking a bit of damage here, but the Militia defensively are quite a big help. But that looked like a good attack for Sock right there, right? Finding a couple of kills.
A beautiful deny by Sock with the Berserker killing the Water Elemental, so 40 is not getting XP for the Archmage. The next level 4 is very important in Yumamura, so it's very important to go for denies. The Berserker, a bit under pressure, but 40 is creeping now. We see the Archmage of Sock is going in again. Maybe one more Water Elemental. Yeah, and wow, he's killing 5 peasants in total soon, maybe. Yeah, he will. And maybe the 6th
tech,
one.
Leon. There's still no tech, and on the other side, Sock is on the way already. 6 peasants going down. Am I going to ask you as the human expert, 6 peasants going down, is that already a disaster or is that still manageable?
I mean, 6 peasants, 1 TP forced. Yeah, I mean, Sock used the Scroll of Beast, but still a very good spot for Sock. I would prefer to be in Sock's spot. He's teching already, and 40 tries to get advantages by getting more XP on the Archmage. We see a nice block here by Fortitude. Tries to kill the Footman, doing some pressure on Sock, and he might get it. He will get it for sure, I think. Yeah, he will get it.
Maybe a deny?
Ah,
not quite.
Beautiful play. So I still think that Sock is ahead here.
Yeah, 40 fighting his way back though. Now the tech for him has finally started, but it's more than a half a tech ahead for Sock. That's almost 90 seconds. A little bit less maybe. Sock must know he's got the lead. He killed lots of peasants. He has a big tech lead. How would you like to ideally build on that advantage now? Is it creeping? Is it expanding? Is it teching? What do you think?
I think like the double arcane of Sock in his base makes it very hard to push him. So Fortitude will go for the creeps, try to get 4 creep spots. Also Sock has less footmen, less creep speed, so Fortitude will build on that momentum, and Sock is searching for him. I think he wants to do more damage, and Sock is not creeping, he tries to find more economical damage. We see a little push, but I think Fortitude is doing well, just creeping now and gets level 4 AM actually.
Yeah, getting quite the experience lead here already. Took out the big camp. I don't know what item he got, but he didn't like it, so he sold it right away. Apparently, it was not of much use. Again, into the main base we go. Soccer's playing a very econ and harass heavy game and trying to delay Fortitude a lot, right? I could certainly imagine that he's going to go tier 3 this game as well. Kind of might fit the style that he's playing so far.
Yeah, would fit for sure. And I think if Fortitude gets more and more XP, the Armage XP lead is very important into the mid and late game. So Sorg needs to be careful not to give too much XP on the Armage. Fortitude's Armage is chasing the Berserker. He might get it. He has a staff and boots, so he can come back as well as he wants to. And I think, yeah, he would maybe get the Shadow Priest, and then it's actually quite decent. Soon level 5 Armage.
Yeah, he killed the Berserker before already. That happened off screen. So Sok, after a lot of peasant kills early, ended up losing a lot of units in the end. Lots of Footmen lost, Berserker lost, Shadow Priest lost, Fortitude fighting his way back here onto this first map. What is Sok gonna do though with the faster tech that he has?
I feel like we see one Sanctum already. I don't know if the second one is already finished, but it might be tier 3. It's tier 3, so we don't see the Breaker Wars.
Alright! That is something that I certainly appreciate, and something that Sok keeps on doing in multiple matchups. He has really found a new love for tier 3, especially against Undead, of course. We see that all the time, but incorporating it more and more. But you said earlier, Fortitude is really good at figuring out the weaknesses of tier 3 and playing properly against it. So 40 is no stranger to the strat.
Yeah, both players played a lot of games against each other. They know themselves well, so I think like 42 knows that Sok likes to approach to the tier 3. We see a nice Mud Golem attempt here. Goes through the match, and I think he needs to TP soon. I think he needs to, right? Yeah, he needs to TP.
He needs to do it quick!
Beautiful play by Fortitude, like forcing that TP is very important.
For tier 3, Sok really doesn't have that much to work with yet. AM now very hurt, but there is a priest to help start healing him up. Should go to work there soon. Stormbolt out of nowhere could be pretty dangerous for Fortitude because he's also got the MK second coming now, the double Sanctum on the way. It's going to be Mass Breaker against the tier 3 style of Sok. Now that Fortitude has found a couple of kills, has all that experience, do you think now he's the player in the lead, or do we still look at the even game here?
I think Sok is still a bit ahead, but Fortitude likes to go for the Zeppelin play sometimes if he's behind, so he might go for the base trade a bit. He needs an expansion though. Like staying on 2 base and tier 2 and 1 base is very hard, so he will go for an expansion now, as you can see. Level 5 Armage is very important. Maybe later on Blizzard 3, he will reskill it, and must swords.
He went Brilliant right here, by the way, not Water Elemental. Interesting.
Yeah, that's quite normal because he will not beat the Water Elementals the next time, and this will gives like if they kill the Water Torrent, lots of XP. So he just wants to get lots of mana from the priest and then push Sok as soon as possible to make sure he damages the priest of Sok.
Theoretically also, Sok could try to steal Water Elementals with Control Magic, but the Water Elementals normally have a lot of HP. Hard to do that. You may just want to dispel them instead and get more experience. Level up those heroes. As Sok finally got level 4 on his Archmage. That took a long time though. He's also waiting for tier 3 to be finished. It's going to be ready in a moment. We have a workshop already and frag shards coming, Pally coming. Big upgrades for Sok now in queue.
Yeah, and it's very important for Fortitude now to delay Sok's attacks. You know, like tier 3 is very important for Sok. Oh, and little Zeppelin play from Sok. I think it's very important to make sure he's not fighting against 4 or 3 Mortis, so he wants to make sure he kills Priest of Sok. But Sok is very good at being annoying, like you can see here. He goes for the Shredder though. That's a very nice drop. Wow, very well played.
That's going to result in big lumber issues later on. Perfect catch, and Fortitude saw the Zeppelin, excuse me, a little bit too late. In the tower falls here, there's going to be more trouble from the Water Elementals. Oh, difficult position. Fortitude keeping his MK at the expansion, seems to want to try to keep that one safe at the same time, but cannot deal with this main attack too well early on. And the tower does fall. He's going to load up and keep being annoying.
So well played by Sok, finding this little moment where the Shredder was working and thinking like it's easy to come back, and then suddenly he's surrounded, which was so nice from Sok. And now he has some number issues, which is very bad because he wants to go for upgrades for the spare breakers and so on. Now he needs to stay home. The Zeppelin can do whatever he wants to. No workshop, no gyro, you know. So I think Sok is in a very good spot now.
Oh, and there's an item here as well. Gonna pick up those claws of attack. Thank you very much. MK is defending the expansion. Archmage for 40 is defending the main base. And Sok now creeping up the Paladin. Oh, that's cool with Militia, with a Mortar Team. It's going to be a quick level 2 for him. Could Sok just counter-expand here, or is it too late for that?
He can do that now. I mean, he controls Fortitude completely. Fortitude needs to stay home, as you can see, 2 Water Elementals, and still he's dropping here and gets maybe some peasants, maybe some priests. But this is so nicely played by Sok, just getting more and more time. And I think we might see an expansion here, but also nice to see Fortitude is scouting it immediately. Loses 1 priest here by Sok. It's maybe not.
Always dangerous. We got the first Sorceress, the slow is really good, also against the Zeppelin. And this is still a bit scary for Sok. Remember, there is no TP on him, so there's a sticky situation right now. That Sok is falling back from the expansion. Fortitude is scouting the natural. There's no counter expansion coming up yet. Sok is still at 50 supply though, not yet an upkeep.
I mean, he has frag shards, master upgrade for priests, he goes for attack upgrades for the mortars. Nice little attack here. Maybe he snipes the mortar, which would be very important. The priest will die for sure, and that's a little nice timing here though. Maybe a nice little clap goes for the priest. Very important to kill the priest because they give us some sustain. But on the other side, we see Sok going for some peasants again. So now it's getting wild.
Okay, fighting happening on both sides. The Paladin did not use the Holy Light yet, by the way, pretty surprisingly. Invul Potion, or rather, the Divine Shield though going to wear off, and the Pally is going to be in trouble, probably going to be going down. In the main base, we have Call to Arms, fighting against the Mountain King and the Watch Elemental, but Fortitude should be able to hold there with all those peasants. The Pally is going to get killed. 40 might be looking better and better here.
Yeah, it looks not bad, but still, we have tier 3 on human side. Pally level 2 died, but he will come back in a couple of seconds. So I think like killing the workshop is very important now. And I don't know if Sok should be maybe go back and defend a bit, because he has just 1 spare breaker and 2 heroes left. The Zeppelin.
The more team is out, but it might be getting sniped again, and Sok might be stuck here on the other side of the map. The Mortar team died again, only 1 Mortar in the main base, took a lot of losses. Those little pickoffs here and there, really building on each other. Taking out the Priest, taking out the Pally, taking out the Mortar team. Sok's not able to build that big, strong tier 3 army just yet.
Yeah, and actually Sok has like the tech advantage, but if he's not getting the crucial numbers, like he has this 2 Mortars, 3 is the best, 4 is like very hard to play against with tier 2. So Fortitude decides to be very aggressive and to crush Sok's momentum here.
Mana now drained, MK has no Storm Bolts left. Still an interesting situation here that we find ourselves in. The Zeppelin is still partly harassing across the map. More peasants though are dying. And supply-wise, Fortitude is starting to pull quite clearly ahead at 60. Pulling back the hurt footman. Can heal them up back at home. Oh, but there's no defense at the expo. No tower here, so could be easy peasant kills.
Wow, like this Zeppelin has quite some job. Just carrying 3.
Oh, the TP though.
Oh,
it's a staff.
He has no TP, right?
I was not gonna get out. Oh, that Zeppelin! That Zeppelin! And the Archmage is stuck!
Uh-oh. That's hard now. I think he might die.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Oh my god, that was so close.
Dude.
My heart would be like, oh my god, this is, wow, what a play. So well played by Sok here.
If the Water Elemental gets in 1 hit, everything dies. And this game would have been over, playing right on the edge. But guess what, 40 isn't done yet. Oh. The Zeppelin has to unload. He has to unload. Storm Bolts. Oh, and he's dazed. Partly, but only on the Priest, I think. But that's another Priest going down easy. And he's on the chase, looking for more. Storm Bolt flies, and that's a Mortar team. One of the few Mortar teams he has.
Wow. What a catch here. He needs to be careful not to lose too many mortars. First mortar goes down. MK of 40 is low, but no mana on Sok's for Mountain King. So I think, like, just facing him here with his knights and spare breakers, I think Sok is in a huge favor. So Fortitude just wants to buy some time, go get more and more Sorks. Maybe Blizzard? Maybe see a reskill now, I don't know. Might be a good one now. And double heal scroll, right? Or 1 heal scroll at least.
Double heal scroll. He may have just used 1 already. Oh no, he got it. Never mind.
Yeah.
Creeping up more. His AM also super close to level 6. MK gets the Rune Bracers. Very tanky now is this Mountain King. Sok, how much time does he have left? He's playing against an expansion. Does he have to act right away, or what's the deal here?
Well, we have 20 supply lead by Fortitude, so he needs to fight now, and he needs to have a very effective fight. So I'm quite confused not to see any Blizzard reskill yet, because it's very good to do that against Knights and so on. But we see the first fight now here on 50 supply on Sok's side. The first Knight gets sniped, but I think slowly needs to kick in. No mana on the Sorceress.
MK taking a lot of damage right here. Yet the Rune Bracers, thank goodness. But you can see the damage from the Knights really starting to stack up. MK also on the other side taking return damage. We have water elements in the back pressuring the more teams as well. Only 2 mortars so far. The Mountain King for Sock extremely hurt. Stoneball flies on the Paladin this time. Paladin in the front line also vulnerable. Mortar team taken out. Only a single mortar is left. Looks like Fortitude is running away with this fight. Has barely lost anything. The Priest in the back still healing. Mortar team weren't able to take them out fast enough. And the Mountain King will die to the Stonebolt. He's going to return though with the Ankh. In a few seconds he is back, finds himself in hostile territory, and he's surrounded right away, and there is no staff ready, and the game is over.
Wow.
Map number 1 goes to Fortitude. Sock, as you kind of predicted, was going for the fancy tier 3 style, but Fortitude did not allow for that to fully come online. Yeah.
Well, I like this patience by Fortitude, not to panic, just creep the Archmage, you know, and yeah, just build up momentum with level 5. He had level 5 Archmage very quickly, so that was very awesome to see that he built up momentum and I felt like Sock was very aggressive, but he never found a moment where he could like punch him, you know, so that was quite awesome to see.
Yeah, strong performance by 40, as we expected so far, still unbeaten in this tournament. Little reminder, by the way, for everyone in the venue, we have the signing session going on right now. If you want to get an autograph from these top players, you can do so now over next to the entrance to the left, where the merch store normally is. We have it on the screen right here. You can see Pato in there, Jerry's taking photos, and we got Starbuck as well. So get your signatures now while they're hot. Gonna be running for a few minutes still. Yeah, Fortitude though. Still the perfect tournament. He was 2-0, 2-0, now he's 1-0, has not yet dropped a map. Looks like it is very difficult to stop this man right now. For Sock, a few things here I felt like went wrong. When the Pally got caught, when the Priest got caught, if he doesn't lose all those units, if he can build up a 60 supply army maybe, and then come in with an attack before 40 has those super high numbers, with all the heal scrolls, with a 70 supply, could have perhaps been a winning fight for him, but great movement by Fortitude, always knowing where to go, what the next step is.
Yeah, and those catches, like mortar catched, then the workshop, so he could not make more mortars. Like I said, like 4 mortars are very good. It's very hard to fight against, but he had always just 1 or 2 mortars in the fights, so you can handle that very quickly with heal scrolls. So I felt like Cirque needs to be more patient, like not too aggressive, just build up momentum on tier 3, try to like creep level 3 Pally maybe, just to go back, creep level 3 Pally and then push, because he made so much damage all the time. I felt like in the end, like killing some wood peasants, the shredder was nice, but everything else was like, yeah, but now you're not defending your home base. Yeah. And 40 was just catching important units and then won the game.
Yeah, maybe he overstayed with the Zeppelin a little bit. That Shredder catch at the beginning was really good. Limited the lumber greatly there for Fortitude for a long, long time. Paladin level 3, yeah, is crazy good. Level 2 Holy Light is amazing if you get there, but as a third hero, oftentimes difficult to find the timing to get him to that proper level up. Shadowgrave, though, has quite a few creeps on the map, especially if you go to the red camps. Big experience there with breakers, with spell steal. You can perhaps do that fairly easily. But yeah, that map is now gone out of the pool. Next map choice is going to be Socks. What do you think might suit his style? We have Autumn Leaves in the pool, Twisted Meadows, Tidehunters, Northern Isles, Hammerfall, Springtime, and we just saw Shadowgrave, of course.
Well, I feel like Sock likes to switch up a bit, as we could see. I think he realizes that switching to tier 3 just too obviously is not good, in my opinion. I think he needs to face him on tier 2. And then he can put on some tricks, in my opinion. So map-wise, I don't know, maybe Northern Isle, I don't know, maybe that would fit very well. But yeah, I think Sock just needs to, you know, build on momentum on tier 2, expansion. He's good at it. I think he should believe in himself. Fortitude makes mistakes as well. You just need to force him to do that. He's very good in like adjusting in Yumimura. Like I saw all the matches before, and like Fortitude always adjusted. Like, yeah, okay, do that, I do this. So I feel like you just need to face him like Spellbreaker mirrors. Even though some people hate it, it's a very cool thing to do, because I think you can see both players trying to get an advantage, and it's very good to do that against Fortitude. So. Yeah,
it's going to be very execution heavy if we go into the Spellbreaker mirror. On some maps also tier 2 tech into tier 2 expansion is really popular, right?
Yes.
We saw that in Northern Isles a whole bunch in the past. As we're getting ready, the next map will be ready soon, I am told. So should be here just a moment or two. Yeah, Sock. I wonder if this is going to change his mindset now. We've seen now plenty of times his ability, his readiness to go tier 3. It worked really well earlier against Starbuck, making it work one base versus Orc, something that only few humans so far have been able to pull off. But Fortitude always seems to have the answers. Almost always seems to have the answers. As mentioned earlier, Fortitude has a great win record, insane win rate against Sock, but every now and then Sock does sneak in a win, does manage to get one of those series for himself. But Fortitude is there on paper most of the time, the one who comes out on top. And still undefeated, dude. This is like starting to look like a happy run. 2-0, 2-0, 1-0 here. If he makes it to the grand final without dropping a map, that would be really crazy. Can he manage that? Let's find out now. Now we get the answer for the second map. You were kind of prophesizing it already. Northern Isles, it is one of the most seasoned maps in our map pool. We've seen this a whole bunch in the past. It's going to be Archmage opening, obviously. In your mirror, there isn't really another choice unless you're playing something weird like Terranos or maybe Echo Isles. We've seen sometimes MK first there, but of course here it is Archmage and a tier 2 tech it shall be. You think the creep route here, there's one clear best one, or is there some variety that you can go for?
It's actually always the same. A bit of an adjustment. Normally we go for the orange to get the big consumable, then we go for the Murloc, and sometimes we go for the other Murloc and creep the green on top with Militia. But I think it's more common to go for the orange than for the green, the Murloc, and then for the Goblin Lab. Yep. We get great items. Yesterday I had Boss +8 and Big Heal. So let's see what Sock will get or Fortitude. I think it's very, very important to see what you have, what kind of items you get, and then decide, will you play aggressive, will you go for a pressure play, or do you try to defend your base?
Earlier we saw Sock getting the Scroll of the Beast, and he got quite a bit of value out of that, getting a lot of peasant kills in the beginning, but that didn't win him the game. Here we have big mana versus big invuln. You like the big mana more?
I like big mana much more. I think like you can build up momentum when you push because you get like 2 or 3 more water elementals, which is huge in Mirror. And yeah, big invuln is fine though in the mid-late game. Breaker was maybe for the Mountain King, but I prefer the big mana.
And both are going to go for the lab creep here. This is basically the fastest level 3 possible. It takes a lot of militia time, so this slows down the tech by a good amount, but level 3 is so important they're both willing to do just that. And with all those militia, should be quite manageable. Claws +8 here could be tremendous, but it's mostly defensive items you find in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting. We see 7 militia creep by Sock. Lots of militia, which is unusual. I don't know if he wants just to be quicker. On the other side, 5 militia for Fortitude. So what items do we get? We get the Circlet and Ring +5 for Fortitude, Circlet for Sock. I prefer the Circlet. And now we see the Goblin Shop attempt. We want to get the boots up speed. He didn't creep that well. We see so many low peasants, and the footman tries to catch one here.
Yeah, the Ring +5 could be really good later, actually, for the Mountain King to help tank him up, but that is still going to be a little while. It's kind of like a classic Fortitude opening, heavy creeping, relies on level 3. AM wants to have a strong first hero very quickly, and very willing to delay the tech quite a bit. Both are doing this. We're 4 minutes in. The tech hasn't started yet, but it should be any second. Yep, Fortitude is the first one to hit the button. But the AM for Sock across the map, ready for the attack. With the footies, with the Watch Elemental, there's one Arcane Tower though, protecting this main base.
Interesting that Sock is pushing, because Fortitude has the better items, but he manages to do some auto-attack hits on the footman, so Fortitude is a bit behind with that. The Archmage tries to catch some auto-attacks on Sock's Archmage, so quite interesting to see how they will trade now. Militia is coming. And 2 Watermentals against 2 Watermentals. Now it's time to fight. Maybe the first footman will fall for the Sock. Yes, first footman goes down. Waterman will maybe get C9, we don't see it yet, but the next footman of some guys. Sok shouldn't fight here, to be honest. It's like not good to fight against Militia.
Yeah, 2 footies going down here. That is pretty big kills, I guess, early on. Not traded out for anything else. Fortitude taking an experienced lead once again. Fortitude again looking good here. Already on map 2, it's early into the game. Remember, map 1, the early was looking rather rough, but then Fortitude came back very strong later on. This seems to be the perfect start for the Chinese player already. AM again in the middle, looking for some items. And Sok, he's looking for some damage to be done, but he's not really getting much here.
No, not really. And I mean, he denies a bit of wood economy, right? The militia needs to work like and the defense. But I think Fortitude's doing that very well, like rotating out the third footman, and the arm match of Fortitude is just doing damage on the footman on Sok's arm match. So it's very interesting to see how Fortitude makes so much pressure on Sok. He loses one peasant, but I mean he lost 2 footmen while attacking Fortitude. So I would prefer Fortitude's situation here.
Yeah, he also killed 1 footy, so he got something there in return. AM experience looking very even. I guess it's been a pretty even game so far. You mentioned the lumber economy earlier. Fortitude did lose some lumber from all that peasant call, but he's got 400 lumber still. That should be more than enough for the tier 2 that's about to be finished. MK awaits along with priests and breakers.
Yeah, I think we will maybe see this time as Breaker Wars. Waterman gets killed, and it's very important to not donate too many Watermen because they give so much XP. We have now 3.6 XP on the art match of Fortitude, so I think.
Oh, he trapped them. He trapped both the footies with the water elemental summon. Oh, big
that's
experience.
So bad for Sok. That's so bad for Sok. So now we have like more XP on the art mage, less footmen for the fight in the mid game with priest. So that was very well played by Fortitude, to be honest.
Yeah, really good hold. At least there's an early shop ready for Sok, so he can heal nicely right away. Clarity's running. With Fortitude also going for the shop. Of course, you need that as well for the spell breakers, which are soon to come. Are we in a position here for Fortitude to try a tier 2 expansion?
I think he's doing it every time, and I think so many players try to find a way to avoid playing tier 2 expansion against him, but he's always doing the same, but it works so well because he got so much momentum.
Sapper?
For what?
What?
For the farms? Maybe. I mean, what else do we go for? I mean, the barrack will not die.
What the hell?
What is he doing? Is it tier 3 again? Yeah, it's 1 sector. That's what 2 sectors.
Yeah, he's gonna go tier 3. Heavy investment though. The Sapper is more than 200 gold.
That's double sanctum. He's going for priest. So
is he trying to blow up the shop to prevent breakers?
Or killing the footman with this? What is he doing?
He's about to stormbolt him.
No! Run! Run for your life! Oh my god! That hurts so much. It is so expansive though.
Yeah, that's 215 gold down the drain. Oh man, this is not coming together right now, Leon. I mean, this plan isn't exactly working out so far.
I mean, it's not like it's so obvious that he will creep there. I mean, the Zapper was not like a tricky one, no? Like
yeah, where else would the MK be creeping, right?
Yeah,
all the other cams are gone.
So why going there? Like, the Mountain King just kills him with 1 bolt. So I don't know. And now Fortitude catches maybe 1 priest. Wow, like Fortitude. I don't know. It's looking very good for Fortitude here.
Yeah, keeping the main base safe. Fortitude knows the Zeppelin drop there is a danger. The tier 3 deck hasn't even started. It is double sanctum, by the way.
Yeah, it is, and he has double arcane, so he invested so much in defense, but he doesn't need it. You know, it's like, I don't know.
Dude, that Sapper was the weirdest thing I saw so far at this tournament.
I mean, I love those, but they need to work, you know. But this was a bit weird.
Like literally, that's what the MK had to be. Either at the green camp or at the expansion. There's nowhere else he can be.
Just run through the mid, so maybe it works, you know. But running there, I mean, it's very common to go like for those creep camps. So I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, Fortitude will go for a tier 2 expansion. It's just very strong to do that. Good timing, and yeah, I mean the splits as well. Like 3 priests here, he's doing no damage. The Armage is creeping, the Mountain King is creeping. Everything goes for Fortitude now. Like Sok is just trying to find damage, but he doesn't find any.
Fortitude still on his Terminator run here in this tournament. He hasn't been beaten yet. He hasn't been bested by anyone up until now. This could be the 6th map win in a row if he wins here as well. This map is far from over, but 40 in a strong spot with crazy items as well, by the way. Claws +8, gloves, circlet, ring, boots. He's going to pass those around later on. Here comes the tier 2 expansion that you knew to expect. I imagine Sok also knew to expect it. Maybe he's going to try to counter-expand, but it seems like Forty is just ahead in every way right now.
I mean, look at the Armage, look at the Mountain King, like soon on level 3, and he, like Sok didn't even start the Town Hall, or like the expansion, and yeah, Fortitude sees that, he's going for the Priest, which is very smart, because just kill them.
Ah, he doesn't have it yet. No, he
Oh,
does have it?
have it. Yes. At least level 2 Mountain King now for Sok, but I don't know, 3 footmen, maybe he kills 1 peasant now.
The Priests are defending so well there. Fortitude knew exactly what he had to get ready for. These tricks aren't working today. Stormbolt steal as well. I think he got it. Okay.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it.
2.7.
2.7 on the MK. Clear experience lead on the Archmage. Clear experience lead on the Mountain King. Pushing Sok away from the Expo. He's got his own second base now, mining. This honestly is a terrible position for Sok.
I mean, Sok is very creative. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, not going
also what my teachers used to tell me when I got the F.
But I don't know. Like, this kind of play was a bit odd. Like, the Zepp was a bit odd. But the Zeppelin play I like sometimes, but he did it already, you know? Like, Fortitude is just very good to defend against it. And if he kills 1 peasant, yeah, whatever, you know? Like, I just rebuild it. Like, I feel like he should creep, and Fortitude is just now going back, defends this. Sok creates some space, which is nice. He wants to go for an expansion himself.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at the upgrades. Like, attack upgrades coming for both. Like, Fortitude is ahead each way here.
Sok has to power build the expansions, so he has to pump 600 gold into building, erecting that town hall, whereas Fortitude, he's got it mining already. Once he puts the peasants back on the job, Fortitude can jump into upkeep here at a moment's notice. And that's what he's doing right now. Breakers are coming, 56 supply, more soon on the way. And Sok has his work cut out for himself. This will require something special.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I want to see him coming back, but it's very hard to do that. He's behind and everything. The Zeppelin play doesn't work out quite much, so... yeah, Mountain King on level 3 now for Fortitude. He sold the Wind of the Wind, got maybe a circle. I don't know if he bought something, but yeah, he will push through. I mean, he's very strong now. Armage on level 4.4, and Sok has still no expansion up.
All right, big item here. What's the best item you can get here? Zoe Mask or
Root Braces is not bad for hero focus or Devotion Aura.
It is.
Or Robe of Magi is okay-ish, but the Aura is the best, I guess.
Level 3 MK now, such a big difference. The army size also, oh my god. Fortitude is looking so much stronger right here. He's up by 10 supply, we see it in the numbers. It looks even more in this fight. More and more priests are going down. Stormbolt flies on the MK. And it is a TP away actually. Forty wants to make sure he saves a second hero. Doesn't want to give away this lead that he has worked so hard for. But at least gives Sok some time. His expansion is now finally finished as well.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of nice. The Mountain King would have fallen, I think, because it was surrounded, has no invul or potion, so... but still, I mean, Fortitude is ahead, and I feel like Sok needs to do some move here, maybe killing more peasants, but then also, I don't know, if that's enough, he needs to really, really catch some priests of Fortitude now.
Alright, Soki is the first one in time here for the attack across the map. Arcane Tower is going to be taken out first, can drain some mana at the beginning. We have a Zeppelin as well that can save you from a surround, possibly. Arcane Tower doesn't hold for long. Fortitude didn't have a TP, takes him a while to get back into this position. Now he's here to defend. Sok again with the Zeppelin. Seems to be his favorite unit so far in this series, the Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Trying to save the Archmage, running away and again buying time.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Fortitude sending some footmen to Sok's expansion, so this is very good, well played. Like, he just says, yeah, you can attack me, I will just do damage to your expansion right now, and Sok's just running away with 4 breakers, which is a bit underwhelming, to be honest. But he just needs time. He needs so much time to actually fight against Fortitude, so it's smart what he's doing now. Yeah. But you can see militias coming, and the wood economy is not that good for Sok, so this hurts him as well.
Sok is slightly ahead on upgrades, by the way. That's the one edge that he has. But supply-wise, we still see him far behind. Both heroes now hurt as well. We're counting down the Stormbolt, only a few seconds away. Here it is. But the counter Stormbolt is a danger. So Fortitude also has his own Zeppelin. I like that. With that, he has an evac to keep these heroes safe. And the footies are forced back for now. Sok is holding on, staying in it. Mana potion, long-range Stormbolt. If the AM dies, that might be the end. The Zeppelin being well utilized. Archmage has a TP. We'll have to use it soon. Waiting for the unload. Waiting for the unload. Oh, and he gets one hero. And he might get a second one as well. There's the info potion ready, however. Wow. Fortitude is just outplaying him, man. Every step of the way with a bang. bash! He almost got him. Saves that one, but it's 5-4 hero levels now against only level 3 MK left. Fortitude, one hell of a performance. The Terminator run still on. Archmage, no! Hold on! Dodged it!
What a play! That was so beautiful play. Oh my god, that was so nice. That was so nice for Sork.
Okay,
Wow.
okay, boys,
That's a
we're still in
statement.
this.
That's a statement.
We're
I like
still in
that.
this.
Yes, let's go, Sork. Let's go. Wow, that was very well played. Nice dodge, nice kill. But 42 is back. Just said, I'm very rich.
Yeah.
I buy him back. 74 supply. I mean, let's go. But that was very well played, though.
Yeah, Fortitude's early game was so good. He could afford a few losses here, could recover quickly, all those resources, the expansion, the beautiful early, the picture-perfect game up until now. You could say there was a sick move by Sok, really flashy. We have gotten used to seeing these kinds of moves by him, but he's still behind, man. He's clearly behind, and the numbers tell the story.
Yeah, I mean, I see 3 priests. They cannot even really dispel a water elemental right now. 4 priests now, better, but still, like, look at the amount of priests Fortitude has, and it's also always about the amount of priests we have, because it gives you sustain. Breaker Wars just works with the priests, and you see the footman pressure here as well, so I don't know if Sok is able to hold that, to be honest.
Well, Stormbolt here long range. MK doesn't suffer too much from that. Sok holding his ground for now. Supply gap has narrowed a bit. 10 supply now ahead only, in quotes, is Fortitude. And when you fall back in Breaker Mirror, it's always difficult because Priest can easily be sniped. One more goes down. Sok gets control of the shop, gets heal scroll. He's got double invuln. Sok is holding here pretty well for now, but the lead still seems to be with our Chinese human.
Yeah, it's a question for how long. I don't know, like, if you see the inventory of Sok, he has still, like, a big M1 on the Mountain King and a heal scroll as well, so he's in a fighting shape. He needs to get to, like, higher supply. That's very important now. So he needs to make sure he's, like, avoiding fights. He has better upgrades, 2-2 on his side and 2-1 on Fortitude's side, so Sok just needs to make sure that he's not fighting too early now, delaying Fortitude a bit, and then he might have a shot.
We just saw Tomo retraining, by the way. Now we have Blizzard. Level 3 Blizzard, by the way. How do you feel about Blizzard? Of course, it doesn't work against Breakers, but...
It avoids priests to heal the spell breakers, so it makes it very hard to micro for the human who has no Blizzard, to be honest. So, as you can see.
Stormbolt, there's the Blizzard. Priest trying to stay out of range. MK also taking a bit of damage from it, and of course it also means no water elements to be dispelled anymore. No more experience from that for Sok. Mountain King, far up front. Both are taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, but the Zeppelin comes in for the beautiful rescue.
Yeah, the Zeppelin is very good at making sure the hero focus is not working off the opponent, so he just needs to make sure he's going for Blizzards on the back line of Sok. Sok has like no mana anymore on the Armax as well, water elementals are bad, and it looks like Fortitude is winning this fight here. He's killing more and more Spare Breakers soon. Nice heal scroll here by Sok, but still, like, the supply speaks for Fortitude. He has 79 supply against 67. Nice gold here on the Mountain King, but yeah, I don't know, the Mountain King might fall soon if he's not careful enough.
Yeah, Sok is doing a pretty good job trying to minimize damage in the MK. He pulled that one back right as the hammer was flying, but still the MK is very hurt. The supply is just clearly in favor of 40. More than a 10 supply lead here, pressing on. The Blizzard making this very difficult. Militia joining from the main base, but not that many. Also, they could get wrecked by the Blizzard. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's very hard now for Sok. Still, he's fighting hard, trying to get some catches. Ooh, nice dodge here. The bull could not connect. Oh, Archmage!
Caught by the bash! One more Stormbolt!
Oh my god, run!
And this game will be over perhaps. But he's got an invuln, he's got a TP.
Oh!
Oh, bash!
Oh! Well, this man has nerves, man. That's so short here.
Yeah, he's got to be so careful. He's running out of consumables. The invulns are gone, only the TP is left. And Fortitude still has full HP Archmage, full HP Mountain King, and some Stormbolts still left. Sok throws a hammer as well on the enemy MK, but there's no follow-up damage for it.
No, like, both players are microing very well. The Blizzard is very annoying though for Sok. And here the Mountain King still, again, a bit low. Yeah, well, he throws a bolt, but he's so low on health, so it's very hard to connect to the front line. And Fortitude's Mountain King can just smash the Spare Breakers as well, which gives him a big opportunity to kill Spare Breakers with Bash. And now, Sok wants to retreat, but I think he can't hold this. Like, Blizzard is just too strong against Militia. He really tries to come back here, but he has so much damage on the Mountain.
Fortitude here at 80 supply, he's basically been losing nothing this whole time. With his back to the shop, he can also go for heal scrolls if he wants. The Zeppelin play has been beautiful. And he's going tier 3 behind it, by the way. For once, it is 40 going tier 3. very late into the game to seal this game once and for all. So many advantages on Fortitude's side. Sok will need to have another sick play like we saw earlier if he wants to come back here.
Wow, like tier 3 is very common to go if you're on 80 supply. As you can see, look at the bank of Fortitude. He can afford it. And now more and more damage on the spell breakers of Sok. He will fall in a couple of minutes, you know, like it takes some time as spell breaker most, but he's like fighting hard, which is great to see. But still, Fortitude is fighting very well here. Just, you know, Mountain King behind. Sok cannot go for a hero kill, so I think it will take some minutes, but...
Stormbolt, Blizzard, MK!
Oh!
Meets his end here, and that might be the end of map number 2. Fortitude lines that one up beautifully. Sok's attention perhaps slipping for once, and now the front line might be breaking. Finally. So many breakers hurt, more Blizzard still. He got a level 6 on the Archmage. Did go mass teleport. And now the MK also has nothing to fear.
Wow, 2 priests, 3 priests down. Wow, what a play. Yeah, GG.
And that is game. Fortitude still unbeaten. Up 2-0 now in the semi-final. Just beautiful play. Beautiful defense. Sok seemed a bit over-eager, a bit over-aggressive at the start of the game, trying to attack into his opponent's main base, and the militia were defending. He pulled back the footies also a little bit late, right? He lost 2 footies right away, then 2 more footmen got stuck after down there when they got blocked in by the water elemental. Lots of footmen going down right away. AM again gets ahead with the experience. Later on the expansion. And a very weird sapper as well. Bit of an odd game by Sok.
Best moment so far. I loved it. I mean, like this bolt and the zapper just gone. I don't know. I would have loved to see what he wants to achieve. Does he kill farms immediately too? Is it if he's in front now, right? Just one and the other is maybe hard damage, right?
Or was he going for the altar, or was that game 1?
I mean, the monkey was out, right? So why should he go for the altar?
I mean the sapper.
Yeah,
you mean the sapper.
Yeah, sapper.
Yeah.
Is it like, what is he doing?
Yeah, if we're going to have him later for the interview, I am going to ask him. But if he doesn't win, then maybe he's not going to be in the mood. We'll see later on. Little reminder, by the way, for everyone at the venue, the signing session is still open. If you want to get some autographs from Pato or Starbuck or whoever else is there, it is over to the left at the entrance at the merch stand. The signing session is still open for a little bit longer. Well, this series might not last too much longer. If Fortitude wins the next map, then it's going to be a quick 3-0. Would be a sick run for Fortitude. 2-0, 2-0, 3-0 into the grand final is a very real possibility. Do you think Sok has what it takes here to come back?
He has everything. I think he has everything in his hands. Like if he just believes in himself and goes for the most meta-based strategies, I think Fortitude shows that he has no problem in adapting in Human Mirror. So I think he should just go for tier 2 expansion. He crept like on Northern Isle with 7 militia. His wood economy was very bad. Late tag, late Mountain King. Just play the usual stuff. Don't try to surprise 40. Just meet him on his game. You can beat him. You just need to believe in yourself. Go for micro wars, and I think this would be the best thing to do.
Okay, that's also a reflection perhaps of your own playstyle. I know that's something that you are very good at. Sok so far has been oftentimes refusing to try to play that style, rather try to incorporate tier 3, but 40 right now seems bulletproof. Whatever strat you play against him, it looks like he has seen it all before, he's faced it all before, and beaten it all before. He is the king of Human Mirror in the pro scene, and looking to make this a perfect tournament run so far. Fortitude looking like the big threat here for this tournament. We might be looking at our new RaRaLand champion here already. Although, of course, that is early days. Shouldn't get ahead of it too early. It's going to take 1 or 2 minutes here to get things ready. Sok is checking out a replay real quick, and then we'll be ready for map number 3. Yeah, he's looking for an answer to it. He's looking through the playbook. He's wondering, what can I do? What did I do wrong? What's the right thing to do here? Maybe Coach Leon is needed to give him the right idea.
Well, he came to me and was like, I hate Mirror. I was like, okay, because I faced him so many times in the ladder. He played so well. I was like, okay, yes, if you don't like it, yeah. He was so like, I feel like not believing in his human mirror skills. So I feel like he just needs to say like, okay, I just do the most basic stuff, because he's playing that quite often and it works very well. Fortitude is just very good, as I said, like, in just playing his style. And if you meet him there, just go for it, man. Like, I think Fortitude is a great player, but he also does mistakes. And those little Zeppelin and Zappa plays so much effort for what, you know?
Yeah, they look fancy. If they work out, it's a genius play, but it's also something that can go wrong pretty quickly. Fortitude, on the other hand, he doesn't go for the flashy plays, really. He goes with what's reliable, the old reliable, the meat and potatoes, just microing a good game, macroing up, nothing too crazy. Good creeping on the Archmage as well is always something he relies on. Strong Archmage level 3, strong reliance on the first hero power in the early game stages, even trying to, or even willing to slow down tier 2 oftentimes. We see that in multiple matchups by him as well, and it served him well, man. It served him really well. Fortitude has been climbing the ranks ever since the beginning of this year, when he really put the notice on Happy. Beating Happy so many times back to back showed the world that Happy indeed is beatable. That's one opponent he doesn't have to face this time, as Happy unfortunately was not able to come to this year's RaRaLand. Fortitude at the moment is standing out among the peers as the biggest threat. Still no map lost, man. It blows my mind. If he makes it to the grand final, that is reminiscent indeed of the other greats like Happy, who has had similar success. Maybe Fortitude is the one carrying over the torch, but we must not get ahead of ourselves here too far, and neither must 40. This is not where you want to start thinking about the final. You need to stay on the game, keep your concentration on the game, and go from map to map. The next map will be Sock's choice, but yeah, his first choice of Northern Isles didn't go his way, really, and I wonder if there's really any tricks left. I mean, we saw the one attempted trick with the Sapper, but dude, I have to ask him about the Sapper. Maybe not right after the game. If if he loses and doesn't want to do an interview, I'm not going to bother him right away. Maybe later on tonight, when we have a couple of beers, I'm going to grab him by the shoulder and like, all right, tell me a story. I need to know. I must know.
The first thing he did when he bet me, and I said they came to me, hey, why didn't you play aggressive? Why did you do that? Yeah. And I was like, all right, bro. Like, thanks for the advice. Thanks. Why didn't I? I'm sorry. And he was like, I'm sorry. Like, I was like, yeah, soon. I was like, you just bet me, man. Like, but it was very interesting because, yeah, obviously he's right. But I think you can do that to him. You can just ask him. I think he's a very funny guy, and I think tricks in Eva Mirror. It just works really if you catch someone off guard. But if Sock is very famous for that, to do that, then just don't do that, because just go for your, as I said, your basic stuff. And I mean, if he goes for the Zapper, maybe go for the Town Hall. And maybe it works. I don't know. Maybe some timings. That's kind of nice. But I think Sock, just patience, and he will do that. It's fine.
Yeah, you mentioned catching him off guard, unawares. We have yet to see really anybody be able to pull that off. Fortitude seems to have been ready for everything that was thrown his way, whether it be a harass or maybe a weird attack or maybe a weird Sapper. Fortitude so far has caught everything. He's got a big glove on, catching everything that flies his way. Extremely impressive performance. Fortitude in the peak of his form right now, as it seems. He is the highest ranked human player in the world, third highest ranked Elo, I think, behind Happy and Lin. And our next map should be getting ready here in a second. Sock took a moment to refocus, look at the game, try to figure out what went wrong. This would be a show of great character, of great ability, if he comes back now. Reverse sweeping Fortitude 3-0 after such a start, that would be sick. This is where you can turn yourself into a legend. In games like these, in matches like these, of course, to say a little bit to the ground of reality, we have to say this is very hard to do and rather unlikely to manage, especially against the players so great as Fortitude. But we have seen crazy comebacks in the past. Sock has perhaps what it takes, but he will now have to play his very, very best.
Yeah, and Fortitude is so patient. He just plays and, okay, he's doing that, I do that. I don't know, it's very nice to see him play because it's very... For me, it's a very inspiring guy. Also, he helped me when I was playing against Orc, against Focus, and he was behind me. I didn't know that, and I lost against him. Yeah, position, and told me some stuff. I was okay, thank you, and it really helped because it's small things, but he's very good in the details. He just knows the game very well, obviously, and he's a cool guy as well. Very open-minded, and I think the next game, Sock just needs, just believe in yourself. He will do that.
Believe in yourself, build that confidence, get 1 or 2 good moves going maybe in the early game, build it right away. Can he do it? Let's find out, guys. Ready we are for map number 3. This could be the end of the road for Sok. If he loses here, it's over. This would be the last Korean being eliminated if Fortitude now is successful. Dude, if he really goes 2-0, 2-0, 3-0 into the grand final, not dropping a map, I will be losing my mind. In the grand final, the best of 7 will await. Fortitude now so close to getting one step closer to that trophy, which is already put to the left of him. Perhaps a bit of foreshadowing with him already there in the presence of the trophy.
Yeah, well, we see yesterday Sok played very aggressive against me. He's now playing the Goblin Shop as well, so he's not doing tricks. He's just going for the normalest creep route he could go for. Goblin Shop, he will buy a circlet and go for the level 3 creep route. You go for the Goblin Shop here, then for the green next to your base, and then for the natural orange creep spot. Yeah. You want to go level 3, and then you meet at the tavern, and then you have some brawling going on, most of the time at least.
And items can go a long way here, honestly. If you get a bunch of claws and mantles, that's really strong. If you get a bunch of rings, that will make you feel pretty bad. It is double rings at least, so we keep it nice and fair. And Sok, I was about to say, he's not going to buy the circlet.
Yeah, I was wondering as well. Like, well, these same items, so it's fair. You know,
yeah. All right, giving everything fair so far.
That's fair. Yeah.
Another chance for the claws of attack here. At the natural, there's a tome and a small item. An int tome also can be quite useful there.
Loaf of haste for Fortitude and claws for Sok, which is great.
Right.
Good item. And yeah, as I said, the next creep will be the orange. Fortitude is scouting a bit. Most of the time you scout with the footman just to see if your opponent goes for the Arcane Tower, because if you skip the Arcane Tower, the event just goes through and spawns some water elementals. That's the only reason why we scout with footman.
Yeah, and that could be painful. Don't want to.
You don't want to have no Arcane Tower when Fortitude is pushing you. No, that's not what you want to have.
Forty is finishing his Arcane Tower as we speak, and now both creeping up that level 3. We have to keep an eye on the items as well. Tech starting basically at exactly the right time, same time.
Yeah, I mean items are very equal, to be honest. Now we meet it in the base, some brawling, and you will see that it's just about doing as much damage as you can, obviously, to make some pressure plays here. But Sok decides again to avoid him. He goes to the right side, and he wants to buy some boots. Fortitude is a bit quicker, will get the boots earlier than Sok, and he will maybe do some auto attacks, but so far, nothing special happens.
Yeah, it's been a pretty passive game so far. Just a bunch of creeping at the start. Level 3 creeping was again a priority, as every time such a crucial point for the Archmage. Defending now with a double water elemental. It's been a chill day for the peasants so far. There's been no attacks, there have been no peasant kills, so it's going to be lots of lumber on both sides.
Yeah, and this time I like the patience of Sok. He's not going in, trying to kill peasants. He's just like, okay, I just play passively. I will not create some space for Fortitude to creep. So both players are just trying not to be too risky. Fortitude is chasing Sok a bit, trying to get some auto attacks in. Water Metal might die for Sok. No, he's going for the Archmage, doing some pressure. Nice surround. Yeah, it's a surround. Nice, well played.
Snaps around, locks that in, loses a footman for it though. It's going to be a fairly even exchange of experience, but the footy is dead. Second one pulled back and saved. Sok still thinking perhaps about going for the base attack, but we know there's an Arcane Tower there. He doesn't have that much mana, might not be so successful. Oh, 40. Is he gonna creep this camp with the opponent nearby? That would be pretty daring.
Yes, he will.
Wow, he's gonna do it. He is gonna do it. So in the main base, gonna rely on Militia to hold, but Sok actually backs off. Thinks he can't accomplish too much here, but he might be too late for the big item.
Wow, he's just creeping in front of him. What item does he get? Ah, Hellstone. It's actually quite good. He needs to put some item on the ground and kills it immediately, and now he might be stuck here. Like, Fortitude needs to be careful here.
And a Berserker, that would be a big kill. Expensive pickup here, purchased by Fortitude. No possibility of saving this one. That one was killed, and the experience goes to Sok. All right, little successful move here for him. Might be able to get a footman as well. This might be the best early game so far for Sok.
Yeah, that looks very good now. He gets the creeps. I hope the Waterman is not catching it. No, okay, so I think Sok is ahead here. He has like, I think he's killed like 2-3 footmen and a Berserker, right?
Level 3.8 already. really, really quick here on his way to level 4. Not far off now at all. As we have the MK second joining for Fortitude. Sock is not starting the Mountain King yet. Now
he does. And double Sanctum, bit quicker on Fortitude's side, as you can see. So if you go on like 4th farm, you have a later tech, but you have like more footmen and more peasants most of the time. And Fortitude skipped 1 farm, so he has a faster tech, faster Sanctums, but less footmen in the early game.
Alright, Sock here in a pretty good position after this early. About to get level 4 very, very soon. He's just an inch away. Map 1 also he was in a good spot. Decided to go tier 3 then. Probably not going to do this time. This is just going to be a straight up normal breaker war game where he's going to have to take on Fortitude without any shenanigans.
Yeah, and he goes directly for the expansion, so very quick. And Sock sees this.
Oh, Stormbolt. Is that one locked in? Pretty much.
Maybe at least he kills 1 footman, but it was very weird to see he ran in like it was. Could have bit me more like carefully, but I think he got level 4. It's fine though. And now he will go for an expansion himself. So level 4 Archmage for Sock. And yeah, boots on, like same items on the Mountain Kings, so they will just meet each other in the mid. They will make sure they get level 3 Mountain King now, get an expansion, and then Breaker Wars will start again.
We do see Sock here with supply lead. Of course, he killed that Berserker earlier, he killed the peasant, the footies earlier, some of them. And Fortitude is building the expansion. Only 36 supply, pumping all of his resources into that right now. He's a little bit faster with the creeping. Wants to get the next big item from the center. But Sock is aware, and Sock wants to prevent it.
Yeah, he will. Like, he has a good timing here. Fortitude starts the creep. And he's still level 1 Mountain King, so Sock is a bit ahead here in the XP as well. I think Sock should just play a bit more patience here. Maybe, yeah, go for the priest. That's a good call here. First footman will die again for Fortitude. Maybe he's going for the priest now. Perfect micro here by Sock. The RPG needs to be careful not to get sniped. It's just about the creep camp here now. Wow, next priest gets sniped here. 2 priests now for Fortitude to fall. And yeah, Dispel soon ready for both.
Dispel. There we go. First one coming in, trying to get rid of the Watch Elementals here, but lots of priests are going down. This is looking good for Sock. This is looking really good. He's also got more mana because he had level 2 aura for longer. It is a bunch of kills though, flying both ways. Footmen are now basically all gone. Of course, the time for Footman is over. Now it's time for Breakers. Fortitude begins to make them faster.
A player's forces are under attack.
Sock, though, he didn't forget about the shop, so he can make it as well. Make them as well. He's gonna get the big item. All right, Sock. This game looking better and better for him.
Yeah, he gets the big item. He got a Ruined Braces, which is very good to avoid some hero focus. So Sock did not go for a tower, and he will suffer from that now. So the peasants might fall. Yeah, this is a very good move by Fortitude. He knew he could not contest this creep anymore, but at least he can get maybe 5 peasants here, which is a very good trade for him.
We'll have to TP out here, most likely, with the rest of Sock's army arriving. He wants to kill as many peasants as he can before. Honestly, he didn't kill that many yet, but now he is getting to it. One going down after the next. Stormbolt is still ready. And got basically all the peasants here. Lost a few priests for it, but I guess that's worth it with how much gold that cost in the end.
Yeah, it's fine though. It's not the best. Fortitude knows he's a bit behind, so he needs to do those kind of moves. But yeah, I think like Sock just needs to make sure he's not losing his priests behind. Mountain King 2.9 now, should get level 3 soon, so just be patient, just go for your hero levels, and more and more upgrades. Blacksmith is coming for both, actually at the same time, so yeah, we have a game, guy. We have a guy.
Yeah. We'll be working on those upgrades momentarily. A little bit more creeping in the middle. The item, of course, is already gone. Level 3 on Sock already available on the Mountain King. Sock has a lead in a number of ways here. Can he bring this one across the finish line?
Well, adapt training comes also at the right time, soonish, so both players just trying to delay his opponent to get adapt training, D-Scoop, as you say. D-Scoop. So it's soon there. Ah, it's already. Oh, it's already upgraded.
Yeah.
Sorry, it looks like. Okay. No, okay, it's upgraded, so both have display already. And yeah, Invuln for the Mountain King of Sock, so he can play more aggressive. and that's very good for him now. Level 3, he should fight now. That's now a fight for him. Go for Bull, try to pressure Fortitude a bit. And I think, like, upgrade-wise, Sok is a bit ahead here.
Yeah, 40 gonna fall back. Understandably, he wants to creep one more camp, get that level 3 rolling on the MK, pick up another consumable item as well. He may not have an Invo Potion, but still the MK is looking very durable for him. Got the Health Stone and the Ring of Origin. I love to see that always. So much passive HP regen. Very nice. And now a big Invul or big mana would be perfect for him. And it is big Invul Potion.
Also good. Better than Scroll of Beast. So,
yep,
that's good.
I do agree. And now we are going into upkeep. Zeppelin, Shredder Harass. Oh damn, it's not getting fancy. That is a lot of gold though, that wasn't invested into breakers right away, so Fortitude finds himself ahead in supply right now.
Yeah, but if he makes sure that Zeppelin drops the Shredder right now and kills some peasants, it's a good thing. I think there's no tower as well, right? So both players having no arcing tower, which would make this defense way more efficient, but he's not able to defend there, so that's a cool move by Sok. But he cannot fight yet. I think Fortitude has more spare breakers. He did not invest into a Zeppelin and a Shredder. Nice bolt here on Fortitude's Mountain King. Still, he has big invuln, so he can retreat whenever he wants to. But Sok just needs to buy time, because the Shredder is doing his work.
Yeah, and so far he's not sending anything there to prevent the Shredder. Maybe one Water Elemental would be enough for some casters. Mountain King in trouble now. Invo Potion going to be needed here in just a second. Does he pull it in time? Yes, he does. Just in time. But now he's going to be hurt for the rest of the fight, most likely. Has to be careful here with the positioning.
Yeah, and he needs really to be careful. Like, if the Mountain King has 75 mana again, he will bolt this Mountain King for sure. And still, the Shredder is doing his work at Fortitude's expansion, so Fortitude needs to retreat now. Look at this. Wow, what a
Militia.
man.
Militia are AFK. Fortitude losing the overview here a little bit. Of course, the attention is mostly on the fight up in the north. You have to micro this perfectly to make sure you don't lose this one. Mountain King might be lost though still. He's got the Health Stone, however. Healing up again. That was just enough to survive this attempt. Fortitude still up in supply, by the way. He might be able to turn this fight now around. Summoning another Water Elemental. The Dispel isn't there instantly. And rough overview. It looks like Fortitude has more breakers quite simply here in this engagement.
Yeah, so yeah, the Shredder is very expensive, the Zeppelin as well, like it's 600 gold, got about, so but Sok just forced the big health down, the big invuln, which is very important for the next fights, and on his side he has still a heal scroll, he has an invuln, and Fortitude is sending units to the expansion of Sok now to make some economical damage. Nice heal scroll by Sok, and I think still, it's very manageable for Sok. But 77 supply per 40, man. That's
just got the level 5 Archmage, now we get level 3 Brilliance Order. There's a lot of mana regen. These priests will be nicely topped off at all times. And the MK getting closer to 4. Looks like Fortitude again is turning this game around, building on the supply lead more and more, despite having no mining for a while. I think the Zeppelin Shredder Harass might again be active, but this fight is still raging on. And Sok just once fell behind in breaker numbers and is never able to come back again from this deficit, it seems.
Yeah, it's very hard because Spellbreaker Wars is like just about numbers, right? More Spellbreakers and you have a better chance to kill the opponent's Spellbreakers. So Fortitude is just good in pushing here, and the bolt on the Mountain King, Rune Bracer helps him a bit, but he needs to retreat the Mountain King a bit. And I don't know, are the peasants dead on Sok's expansion, but I think he sent some Watermans there and Footmen. But the fight so far looks way better for Fortitude than for Sok.
Yeah, also looks like Fortitude has slightly more priests. They're always healing up everything nicely. We have 9 priests versus 6 priests on the Korean side. And the Watermans over at the Expo taking care of the peasants as well. Fortitude with, again, another great game. Difficult early game, but this guy is just on fire right now. The Turbinator run is still active. Not a single goddamn map drop on its way into the grand final. This game is not over yet. Sok has a chance to come back here, but we see him now clearly behind. 64 supply only against the 80 of Fortitude. Maxing out on army, maxing out soon on upgrades. Could think about tier 3 perhaps, but I guess he doesn't have the lumber for it. But maybe he doesn't need it. Maybe this is already just enough. With a whole bunch of breakers, a whole bunch of priests. The human mirror, one of his specialties here. He's playing it so well. 1 kill though for Sok. He gets level 5 AM finally. Can that change things now? He's so hurt on so many of his units already. Still, the supply is clearly on Fortitude's side. And there's no mining from the Expo anymore either. No way to send anything there. Beautiful positioning by Fortitude between the 2 bases. Going for the Mountain King. Uh-oh. Rune Bracers are helping him to just stay alive. But now he's very hurt. Facing 5-4 heroes. And Fortitude here has such a strong force, such a strong timing, getting more and more ahead in this game.
Yeah, like the earlier level 5 art match for Fortitude works so well with the Brilliance Aura level 3. And those fights, it's all about mana dispelling and obviously Spellbreaker amount, but I feel like Sock, I don't know, where's the Shredder? Did it die?
Ash, hold up! Stormbolt flying on the one side, needs to be careful to stay alive. The Shredder is, I don't know where it is, not there anymore, it was taken out I suppose. And this fight keeps going, keeps raging. The Breakers now, quite a few of them very hurt. The Zeppelin, ooh, nice save. Ooh, last second, picking that one up, saving that. Repositioning in the back of the army, but some Breakers are starting to fall, and Sock is starting to crumble. If he hasn't crumbled already, 15 supply down still. Expo expansion still on 40's side with a fist in the air, with a smile on his face, and with one hell of a performance. 3-0 after 2-0 after 2-0. A perfect run into the grand final from Fortitude. Sock in good spirits, with good sportsmanship here, congratulating our winner, our first grand finalist. He is going to be facing a Night Elf there. We don't quite know yet who it is, but we do know that 40 is in killer shape. My. The best human in the world right there. First time at RaRaLand here in Dortmund, Germany, and a very successful tournament for him all